Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 2 vs 2 on Biffy's Peril. Playing on Team 1 as the Orks, we've got Devon, and we've also got Samuel playing as the Praetorian Guard. On Team 2, we've also got Nick playing as the Space Marines, and we've got Gapiar playing as the Death Guard. I do quite like the team compositions for this game, as we've got the Orks and the Praetorian Guard, and they're going to be opening up a Blood Axe encampment grounds. So really, when you think about it, these guys are just working together as good and proper. Praetorian Guard are giving these guys some teeth and some shiny gubbins, and they're going to, go along with the things and beat these guys up. I suppose Death Guard, they're evil. And Space Marines, I guess we could just say that they're traitors, but, haven't quite got rid of all their fancy, shiny bits and bobs. So here we go. So, quite a nice matchup, or should I say nice map for both teams as well. Lots of heavy cover and negative cover to play around with. Already going to see a Fecklet Normal being placed straight next to this relic here. And if that gets built up in time, the Orks are going to struggle against it. It does quite a lot of damage against infantry. And the Orks only really start with infantry in the early game. No access to heavy infantry until they get 3 war banners up and start getting their Storm Boys out. And even then, the Storm Boys aren't exactly known for sticking around for too long when they get smacked around the chops. The Fecklet Normal has been finished. It's going to stand there menacingly with its little twitchy branches and whatnot, little bells on it as well. And yeah, irregulars putting a regimental oh, for a second I thought that was... Oh, you're building a regimental statue there? That's because there's a strategic point there. Never mind me, I'm getting confused. The Orks are amassing, everyone's capturing their nearest and dearest, as such as the way of things. Munition stores for Samuel, so we'll be seeing the big shooters on the Blood Axe mercs. And just a little foyer over here. Slugger Boys making their way on over, being spotted by some Shooter Boys. Relic is about to be captured by the Nurgle cultists. Well, it might not seem like the Fecklet Normal is attacking anyone. It does just kind of like, lets flies out and attacks people nearby. So it's going to do a fair bit of damage to everyone. Granted, over time though, Hawkswalker Slave not able to build up a listing post on top of that relic. So Normal is just going to sit there, being in a bad situation. Force Commander stabbing everyone. The irregulars have been turned into bloody mince on the floor. Morale being broken. But the Blood Axe mercs now getting their big shooters out. Should be doing alright. Big Mech now also striking this tree down. And he's quite good at breaking down buildings in the early game for the Orks. But the shooters have now been absolutely wiped out. Only Slugger Boys left. The Big Mech has not finished. I suppose now they've got more shooters. It's in the form of Praetorian Orks. Praetorian Orks, if you will. Force Commander will be able to stick around for a little bit, cause a bit of an issue, but won't be winning this engagement solo. Got some more Nurgle cultists coming down here. I'm not entirely sure what Death Company thingy-me-doodad Gapiar has gone for, but we're seeing no demons, so we can assume it's a bit more of a standard one. Big Mech just meandering around down here, giving these guys some space to move down onwards. Of the irregulars capturing the critical location in the centre. Nothing too crazy going on. In fact, we're not seeing anyone really go for the relic over here. Everyone's just seeing if they can get some denial on Gapiar down on the southern side. Force Commander being forced back. He is now quite low on health at the moment. Hawkswalker Slave just going to finish off the listing posts on this side. And the Orks are close to amassing. Are we seeing much going on over here? Not really. Oh, we're not even finished building up or capturing our listing posts, so I'll be a little bit behind in the economy in the grand scheme of things. Blood Axe mercs attempting to capture this relic, which then means that if the Orks want to have a relic, they will have to capture these guys, but the Praetorians, in true British fashion, is taking it all, being none to anyone else. Here comes the Assault Marines, good for tying up those ranged units. Still only cultists for Gapiar, which implies to me that he's going for a tier 2 of some description. He is taking up his outward listing posts as well. So yeah, probably early game economy for late game benefit. That would be my assumptions. Submarines continuing to be a pain. All seeing the Force Commander going to attack the more weedy targets in the centre. Tactical Marines attempting to see if they can snag that relic on far yonder side. A powerful Daka line is keeping those Nurgle cultists back. Oh, we've also got an auto bunk here as well. They're actually falling down quite quickly to these spacemen. Do you have any power weapons on you? I don't think you do. It's just chainswords. But yeah, doing some remarkable damage against that building there. Not bad at all. Regimental statue. Oh, the relic is over here as well. I do apologise. I'm getting all my strategic and relic point locations mixed up. For whatever reason. I don't know why. Clearly it's one of those days or evenings. That's a lot of shooters, but no big shooters on these guys at the moment. Are we seeing a pile of guns? You've got attack for it now. But very, very risky putting these war banners on the front lines. Very risky indeed. You can see why he's doing it. Being spotted by that listing post there. Anyone comes from the side, listing post will defend that as well. Maybe even get a listing post here. But still, every single time we've seen an Ork player put down war banners on the front lines, they do live to regret it. But hey ho, that's a lot of guns. And even in that heavy cover, all this firepower coming down on them. It's going to make them big old sad pandas. And look at that, losing several models there. Gapiar says going to go into tier 2. Nurgle cultist not wanting to get involved, going to stick around in the centre for now. The Orks take care of the Scout Marines in the centre. God, that's a lot of Orks. That's a significant amount of Orks. But with them going into tier 2, what would be the plan here? You've got your gift repository, so upgrades Akimbo, but does not look like that Gapiar is got his hearts on any infantry at the moment. I imagine he'll go straight into vehicles, bloated rhino potentially, maybe a plague burst crawler. That is a lot of infantry, so it would make sense to bring some artillery to the forward. But in saying that, if I do apologise, I'm probably mispronouncing your name, but Divamore. Vimor? Is the D silent? Is the V silent? Who knows? But with the tank busters going infiltrate as well, will be quite a pain for these guys to deal with. Plenty of assault marines. Coming straight on top of the guys. Morale being broken on the shoot boys already by the listing post. And this relic is just not being captured. Unless, of course, these guys back off, which in that case, fine, prove me wrong, whatever. And another war banner here. Oh gosh. If he's able to pull it off, remarkable. But if he's not, then cataclysmic technological failure. With the Ork bunker being placed in the middle of everything. I suppose the Praetorians, their regimental statues, don't exactly provide much of a defensive ting, unless of course they get their bombardments on point, which is very hard to do. Take a long time to call down. Nurgle cultists, that is not the engagement that they want. Not the engagement they want at all. Finally, the relic's been captured. Listing post is in situ. Force commander. And just look, he's not been fighting for so long, but his health is still quite low. Very slow health regenerate. Here comes the Plague Havocs. Plague Havocs. Able to knock people around. And from what I understand, and correct me let me say that again. From what I understand, and correct me if I am wrong, but their anti-infantry upgrade now only happens in tier 3. Well, I suppose, when you've got all this building stuff going around, not a terrible idea. And if you've got the assault marines backing you up as well, good unit composition if you combine both teams together. First Chimera of the day in the heavy cover, so won't die as quickly as they would normally. Yeah, big shooters all around. Now, Vimor has also got his big shooters on the go. So even if they've got no anti-tank stuff, they've even got a grot tank. Nice. We like that. But one way to counter a big push is just to push inside the base yourself. And there is absolutely no one to stop these assault marines from smacking and cracking open these plasma generators. So, yep, need to go back home at some point. And I don't think the Blood Axe mates can actually fit inside the Chimera. So they're not going to be very mobile and going back home. But they have got control over the centre. Grot tank, a couple of shots in there, but sad time in the pipelines. One plasma generator down. Do have the Grot tank defending with the Chimera. Chimera going to swap out his las gun for a twin linked heavy bolter. Be a damn fine good job. But 3 plasma generators going to be lost here. That's quite a loss. What is it? 150 on average between all factions for a plasma generator. That's what, 150, 300, 450 blue money basically lost there. Might even potentially lose their Blood Axe encampment grounds, which is not great, but morale's been broken, all these guys, so the damage that they'll be doing against the encampment grounds is non-existent. So fly away, see what else they can do. Oh, Bunker taking some shots off. Oh, there we go, double jump out there. Nice stuff. Plague Havoc's laying siege to the listening post, do manage to break it on down. Oh my goodness, we're seeing the Warband has been upgraded with bigger guns. Oh, that's so much more money. I mean, what is that for an upgrade? 50 blue and 50 green. Hoo-wee. But they are in tier 2 now. Praetorians in tier 2. Space Marines, are you in tier 2? Yeah, you're in tier 2. All good stuff. Everyone keeping up with each other in the tech department. But this is quite a scary amount of assault marines. Also been supported by heavy bolters. Might be an idea to also get some sniper rifles on these scouts. I don't normally rate sniper rifles in the late game, but spend so much money on big shooters for these guys. Might not be the worst idea, but then again, they are going quite heavy on the Chimeras. Maybe a Devastator squad or two would do you well. Or if these Plague Havocs can come round, it might not be a bad idea. Orcs not really going for these guys at the moment. These guys now swapping out their big shooters for missile launchers. So maybe that's the plan. Just hold the line with the big shooters. If they come in with vehicles, sort them out with that. Got the Plague Lord as well as the, I know you're in there somewhere, the Malignant Plague Caster. Every time it hits one person, it deals damage to everyone in the area. So wonderful AoE damage. The Orcs, well, looking quite pretty earlier on. Spending all that money on these 4 things. Not really had much money spent on other things. Although they've now got a war truck coming on, or war track even. We'll get that right one day. Praetorian's chilling over here. The Space Marines have fallen back over. Might be time to actually see if you can deny these listing posts just to keep the Space Marine player hemmed in. Oh, but now that he's swapped out the big shooters on these war banners with missile launchers, Plague Havocs are going to be a lot more difficult to deal with. Morale being broken on the shooter boys here. War track is over here. Bomb chucker wouldn't go amiss, to be honest, young man. Or even just the twin big shooter. Here comes some slugger boys. Get involved in close combat. The assault marines charging in towards the Blood Axe mechs. They do have a standard bearer with them. Not sure exactly how a large old flannel would inspire some orcs into great feats of bravery, but you know, just the way it is. This is a mighty good flag, to be fair. I suppose you could just tell the orcs, hey, just believe that this flag is right, good and proper. And then say, right, okay, yes, boss. We believe. Oh, that's a Plague Predator. That's going to be dangerous. That war track has been shot down. I don't care how many missile launchers you got on these guys. The Plague Predator, with all those last cannons on them, will basically be winning that engagement. But such a wonderful aggressive opening from these guys. They just kind of heated out a bit. Also, you kind of want to keep the momentum going. You want to keep the pressure on. I mean, the Praetorian Guard over here, they're doing a fairly good job there. Chimera in the base, but going to explode. But I suppose you're now swapping them out for Hermes pattern Sentinels on the way of the auto cannons. Are you in the tier where you're able to get las cannons? No, not at the moment. You need tier 3. Praetorian Guard can get into that tier 3. That'd be absolutely phenomenal. Just so they can get their extremely good Lehman Russ on the field. With Gab PR new, but do you have vision on the Orc stuff at the moment? Yeah, you do know that there are 3 war banners there, so pushing over here would be a vibe, as the kids say. Here comes a Razorback Macarius. Brave old soul he is. Been sniped out. Space Marines over. And, yeah, pretty much out. Losing 2 strategic points. So while the Death Guard are getting an advantage on the Orcs on the western side, the Praetorians are getting the same level of advantage on the Space Marines on the eastern side. Plague Predator is just going to sit in the middle and say, we don't care. Oh no, oh dear, that's awful. Assault Marines taking down that vehicle forge. That's really going to scupper the Praetorian Guard's plans. You can still get vehicles for the Blood Axe encampment grounds, but the Orc vehicles compared to the Praetorian vehicles aren't exactly amazing. Death Guard just making a slow creep over into the centre. Now decap that relic. Enemy's Pattern Sentinels will come over and see what they can do, but now there are 2 Plague Predators. Tank Busters, man, that's what you need. Ah, there we go. Good, man. Get some Tank Busters out there. Little Blight Lord Terminators. Plenty of rockets firing here, there, and everywhere. Oh, the Orcs gonna need to hold that line as best they can. Pattern Sentinel falls over. Submarine still knocking around over here. One man holding the standard bearer, but falling. Got Blood Axe Knob in there as well, but he's being on his own. And what started off as a really, really wonderful time for the Orcs, for the Praetorian Orks, it's now waxing and waning a little bit. These well-oiled Terminators will be able to just walk in and withstand a lot of things. I mean, Death Guard are quite tanky, and their Terminators are no joke. Are the Praetorians going to do anything to respond to this? Building up more bunkers? Oh no, they're falling into the bunker trap. They've rebuilt their vehicle forge down over here. But my oh my, it's not a great old time. What kind of economy is going on at the moment? 126 and 49, 145 and 106, 67 and 39, and 159 and 99. So, I mean, good economies for Death Guard and for the Orks, I suppose. These Assault Marines are being a real nuisance. Just going around the flanks and preventing those Praetorians from really pushing their advantage here. It's been a slow siege down on this side. The momentum is a-coming. Tank Busters have... Do you have infiltration? You do not have infiltration. That's a problem. I suppose that Malignant Plaguecaster will be able to spot them. Oh, gods. Company HQ down over here. Not sure why he's rebuilding that. He won't be losing it anytime soon. Just needs to send the boys over and sort them out. Here comes Tier 3, though. It's a risky town to be taking up into Tier 3. Considering it's got no army, but like I say, get that Leman Russ on the field. Should be able to withstand some bits and bobs. Really questionable about this company HQ, though. That's a lot of money that could be spent on literally anything else. Mech shop being blasted on down. Something still knocking around over here. They've got the irregulars and some grenade launchers. Don't know if they are actually going to be doing anything against these submarines though. Yeah, okay, the reinforcement rate is ridiculously quick, so they won't be dying anytime soon. They'll be able to keep these guys occupied, but still, it's not much damage that they're going to output. Tier 3 just about to finish. Will the Death Guard realise that it's a coming? There we go. Now build something. You have the money to build something. No, you don't. You've been spending all your money on reinforcing your irregulars. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. What a terrible time to have eyes to witness the potential fall. Death Guard now capturing all the bits and bobs. They have got a cup of tea though, so... And that's something. There we go, there comes the tank commander. Plague Predator still going to focus on the munition source. Probably want to actually focus on the vehicle forge here. The irregulars are massing there. We've now got some Blood Axe mechs in there. Blood Axe mechs are quite decent close combat. The Submarines have just decided, right, we're not going to die here. Ah, that's the old Imperial way of doing things. Sorry, chaps. We know you're on our side, but you're expendable. Oh, that's sad. That's emotional, man. Are you going to rebuild it elsewhere? Yes, you are going to rebuild your vehicle forge here. It's going to be a very uphill fight, this. Very uphill fight indeed, especially now you've got the Pustulant Land Raider and the Death Shroud Terminators. Can I just say, Death Shroud Terminators are one of my favourite models in the entire game. Just look at these bad boys. They've got the Man Reapers, they've got the hoods, they've got the little Shrek ears on the back. Beautiful stuff. I suppose at this point now, might potentially be a foregone conclusion. Chances of the Orc side winning is nil, but are they going to give up? God blimey, they're not. They're going to do what they can. Orcs having to rebuild all their war banners. What attack are you on at the moment? You're now just back into tier 2. You've got no actual army on the field. And you upgrade... No, don't upgrade your war banners, man. Buy some stuff. A mass of tank busters. That's what you need in this situation. That's what's going to win you the game. Or at least sort these plague predators. I mean, the plague predators are really the main problem here. I suppose all these plague havocs. Regimental statues. A mighty man of Praetorian on top of them. Will be brought down. God, it makes me think of that time a couple of years ago when a bunch of statues were being brought down. Different context there. I'm going to come over here, but this is an abandoned base, you know? This is now no longer, you know, Imperial territory. They're just kind of like using it to distract people. They're thinking, yes, the Praetorians, they won't be able to stand up against this. And they won't, but got our tank commander coming. Got the munition store finished. There we go. Here come the Black Lord Terminators. They've now noticed all this Praetorian nonsense happening over here. They've also got the Gatling gun team. Oh yes, it's going to be a beautiful last stand. Grenadier section as well. Look at that. Even the Black Lord Terminators can't stand against this might. To fall back. And the cowards they are. Because of Demon Prince and Nurgle. Submarines jumping in for the millionth time by now. And the wonderful bric-a-brac inside that company HQ, soon to be fouled by the taint of chaos. The fine china, soon to be not fine china. Pardon the lack of creative grammar there, or vocabulary. Gonna go for some auto cannon reapers. Won't do much. I mean, they'll kill the grenadiers quite nicely. That tank commander will just stand in the middle. Orcs is what you're going for. You're not building. Oh, I suppose you've got one squad of tank busters somewhere. But still getting more upgrades on your war banners. Well, here come the Plague Havocs. Here come the armour of the Death Guard. It's going to be an emotional scene. Tank Commander Vanquisher against all this. Tank Busters providing some flanking fire. Might be an idea to bring some repairing units over here. See what they can do. Good lord. The game started so well for the Orc team. But losing their momentum. Losing their focus. Now it's just a slow slog into the base. All these rockets going everywhere. I do quite like Samuel. He's not giving up. He's now actually in tier... Well, he's built the Sacred Company standards, so... You know, there's no time for giving up on his side. Killer can on the way for more. But the GG has been thrown by Samuel. He sees the writing on the wall as that Malignant Plaguecaster walks on in. Yeah, quite an exciting game, I would say. Not too bad. The MVPs of the match definitely have to be in the Assault Marines. If they didn't go around and cause us issues and especially kill that Vehicle Forge, that might have been the Space Marines player... the Space Marine player's goose cooked. But no. Using maneuverability, flanking maneuvers, and all that gubbins to bring death and ruin upon these people. So cheers, boys and girls, for watching at home. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week. And there is also Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. I've been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace.